highly just wanted to make a video here real quick about the reasons why I believe that it goes beyond just a regular casual breach of your trust in this, because of the deceitful behaviors that were taken up against me were definitely mind mapping me in a way to control me, or like mind mapping me in a way to control me into like pushing me to the brink, if that makes sense. Like pushing me to the absolute worst heart frame mind space that you could be pushed into. So number one reason is it's a huge breach of my trust. I don't know if I'll ever be able to trust in the same way again. I hope that I am able to, and I'm hoping that I can find people that are actually trustworthy. My buddy breached my trust with my partner, both in that way, by engaging in the deceitful behavior, going behind my back, and it was going against any kind of healthy foundation in any kind of relationship in that way, which I was trying to build with my Heartworks with her, and we had a strong commitment bond, worked on things, talked about things like, you wouldn't believe, because I've had experiences before where I've been hurt, and I'm tired of being hurt. So it's kind of why I'm coming out with Heartworks in the first place, is because I don't believe that humanity in and of itself is living up to their fullest potential. Not at all. Like, very minimal, if you ask me, to what our fullest potential would ever look like. So it's kind of calling people into action and putting a formidable plan together to solve that. And within that, I have a plan of action. I've written on it for a long time. And for these people to undermine me in this way when I'm working on this and like just trying to bring this to the light of day is like the most deceitful thing I've ever been faced with, because it's like, that I'm dumping a whole lot of money into myself, and at the same time you're like draining me up of my resources, draining me up of my time, my energy, my heart's value that I take into the relationship. So the emotional manipulation there with the gaslighting and abuse that just took its turns were just beyond appropriate. Like, you don't fucking go there, G. You don't do that, G. I mean, you're literally like, just, I don't know how to say that, it's just, it's like the highest fucking rung. It's the highest thing that you could do somebody, as far as betraying them goes. It's the highest betrayal in that order, because not only has it left me in an estranged way and an estranged feeling, but it was like, man, in order for this person to move in this fashion in the first place with my life in this hardcore, he's had to have gotten away with it before. And with what this gal told me, like I said, it was forewarning me that he would want to do these kinds of things to hurt me, and that he's not good for me in my Christian walk. So as I'm praying about these things incessantly throughout my days, not thinking that, you don't want to think like these are actual cases, but either way, it's caused me to have serious repercussions in the ways of my thought processes. It's hard for me to like I'm getting through this thanks to ChatGPT. Like, I mean, I broke ChatGPT the other day. It was like, I can't compute, or I don't know. I didn't break it, but it just like came up with a thing, and it was like, oh wow, I just literally broke AI. I couldn't handle what I was throwing at it for some reason. I had to fix it, and after I fixed it, it was fine. But it's just funny, because it's a lot of emotion and a lot of things that AI can't understand in that sentiment. But it does help you through like putting, you know, the lists together that you need and the brainstorming abilities that you need to be able to see things, I guess. I don't know, it's helped me a lot. So anyway, my emotional well-being is messed up. I don't feel like I'm worth anything. I don't feel like I'm worth love at times, and I just feel like it sucks because I dealt with that pain a lot. And like for me to walk into that kind of way and just feeling like, you know, well, just depending on where, no matter how I go, like, you know, people are just shitty. People are fucked up. And I mean, a lot of you are fucked up. Sorry, but, and I'm not one to fucking say I haven't been. I'm like I was a kid. I had a lot of fucking fucked up shit happen to me in my life. And the only thing I can remember is that I just was praying that I wanted to, you know, do things differently. And I'm not trying to like bring out like every single last part of my prayer life out here. I'm just trying to give people like a basis, because I want them to see that, I guess that I want them to see in how it's changed my life, but they couldn't possibly even see or imagine me not being here, or like me feeling like if it wasn't for certain things that I wouldn't be here to say these things. So I have a really huge reason to come out here with my heart work, because I have a problem with you people out here in the world. I have a huge problem with you, because you have a huge problem with me, and it's for no reason. It's not a good enough reason. You know, like people that take this kind of deceptive behavior towards you is just phenomenal. And after knowing this motherfucker for that long, like, I don't know, it's taken a twist up in my heart in such a way that, like, I'm walking through a store, I'm going about my business, and you know, some cute things, just like, hey, how's it going? I'm just like, in my frame of mind, leave the fuck alone. I wish I could. I wish I would. I wish I had it. I wish I was me. But that part of me, I don't know. It really hurts. Like, really hurts. Now, especially. And so that's why I feel like it's just a breach of, like, me as a whole, it's me as a person. So, can't do that to people legally. Because it's like throwing them in that tailspin of, like, fuck him up in the worst way. Which was said. And you don't want to know the situation. You don't want to know the detriments of the situation. You freeze up, because if you don't freeze up, you're about to become a criminal. You know? And if you're, you know, it's just the fact that, well, the crimes are held high against you. High. I mean, I'm here. She's got. She, you know, like, and I'm doing this. I'm saying I'm here to do this video for the last time, simply because she couldn't leave me alone at work. She couldn't even leave me alone when I told her in the first place, like, look, I just want to be alone. Give me my privacy. Allow me my privacy so I can go be at home with my own G, and maybe we can get together later. I don't know what's going on, but it was very off-putting. Very off-putting how it was just draining me up of everything, and I didn't know what to do about it. I didn't know what to do about it, because if I was to do something about it, it would have been me at work calling the fucking cops on you. Because what other recourse of action would I have had? And I'm sorry to say it that way, but I wanted to vacate the relationship at that point, because I sensed that there was just something really fucking wrong about you, and it was gonna tear me the fuck apart. And I don't want it in my life, bitch. So that's why I'm here. Because you can cage up in your little bunker ass soul of yours after doing what you did, and you can set me up with a baseball bat in my car right before the fucking holidays, and then you got the nerve to fucking have fucking cameras around and shit like that, like you ain't a fucking cage, and like you have anything to worry about because I'm convicted with God in a fashion that I don't have it in me to do that kind of shit. Because Lord would know, when you set a bug on me, after everything I've been through, and Lord knows you got that idea from that motherfucker, but furthermore, you would help me before, and that was a fucking really fucked up move. And I was like, what the fuck did you just do to me? Get that fucking off of me. And you did nothing, and you just sat there, and I could have turned around and cold clocked you, and you would have deserved every last bit of it. Full swing into your fucking face. You have no fucking idea what I've had to go through in my life to get through that kind of bullshit that was set upon me in a place that I was in urban blight in the first place, being forced in a way through targeting in that fucking fashion. And then, oh, it's meant to look like you've just eroded upon your own. No, I was being fucking eroded and set in such a way. It's the same fucking thing. It's the same fucking thing. Psychologically manipulating that person into a point, pushing them to the brink where they are at their wits' ends. And that is why I'm doing Heartworks as well, is because Heartworks is calling you to move past that pain. Because yeah, it's fucking painful. Motherfuckers want you dead. And if you ask me, motherfuckers want you dead because it's to cover up their own bullshit that they took upon you and set upon your name. And look, there's certain things with this that were cracks before. They were just cracks. Like a cracked heart that just had light, little bits of light coming through it as far as what that truth was. And in this, because of my prayer walk, my prayer warrior ways, is what got me to know every last little fucking move that you would make on me. Besides, oh, maybe I'm being listened to right now, maybe I'm being GPSed, maybe I'm being monitored in such a fashion, maybe I'm being hijacked. Hey, maybe someone's trying to encompass my whole entire life. And that is where it set me in my heart. And so that's an invasion of me in my body. In my body and mind, my spirit and my soul, down to that poisoned level. To, like I said earlier, I was walking through a store to grab 3 things of coffee. I could barely make it out of that store because there was such a beautiful woman that looked at me, and I could do nothing. And the reason I could do nothing was because my mind is fucked. So even if I had a beautiful heart enough, a beautiful soul enough, to be loved hard enough, to figure that out. Gee, you kind of fucked that part up in me. And so did she. So it's the invasion of my privacy goes to further levels than just, oh, you gaslit me for my keys, so lo and behold, you could go back to my house, to be in my house. And I know you did that because I was writing it down day in and day out. I turned off the coffee pot. Everything's off. I double checked this, double checked that. Check. Come back home, and there's a light on. Come back home, coffee pot's on. Come back home. So I'm being gaslit like a motherfucker. Or you guys got a lot of holes in your fucking story that you haven't been. That I asked her time and time again. I know something's going on. I just need to know what it is that I can heal from it and move on. And she couldn't give me any bit of truth because the truth would take away her little hiding place. See what I'm saying? And when I finally got her alone one day in the car, when I was asking for signs and this and that, I said, yeah, and I've been asking the Lord to show me signs. We pull up into this little park or whatever, and lo and behold, there's these people fucking in a car. And I'm like, oh, look what we're just talking about here with my own fucking G in it. And she couldn't fucking handle it. She was about to flip her fucking lid. Like, if she could have, she would murder me right on the fucking spot if she could have got away with it. I don't know, man. I don't know who these people are anymore, but the value they took into my life after everything that I've encompassed prior to this with that motherfucker. Gee. You don't get to do that to my value. You don't get to highly, come into my love life in a fashion of, sealing up on it every single fucking way in order to fucking break me down in the worst way. Because I don't think a lot of you motherfuckers out here could have handled what I've gone through. I don't. I think a lot of you motherfuckers would have yourselves. So that goes to that fucking level deep. Violation of my privacy, my spirit, my soul, my heart. Not just my things, my finances, my privacy. And then